So again, we're going with this Yaji Wendagindari. My name is Denis. I'm here from Wendage, and I'm from the Bear Clan. We have, I don't want to sound like I'm wearing pink sunglasses today, but I really want to show you what we've done at the First Nation Education Council to use the pandemic not as a big challenge, but as an opportunity to use First Nation values to come together and share and achieve success, and also to demonstrate that working together has enabled the organization and the 22 communities working within the council to show how ready we are to take on more in education. Question? So pretty much all the communities but 6 that are not treaty based are working within the First Nation Education Council. We have over 10,000 square kilometers. It was a huge undertaking 10 years ago when we decided to unite in strength in terms of technology to connect from that little dot in the middle called Wendage, where I'm speaking from. That's my community. This small little dot connects all the other communities through high-speed fiber optics. All 20 out of 22 communities are connected to my office through a 500 megabits fiber optic networks, and 2 are 1 gigabyte network. Of course, Wendage is 1 megabyte in one other community. Out of 22 schools, we have 5 or 6 that are without schools. They attend provincial network, or they go to Ontario or New Brunswick. And it represents 26 schools and 1 college just in Odanak at the bottom. So we only have 1 First Nation college that is run by First Nation for First Nation, even though it's a public college. We only have 1 non-First Nation student. Question? So 10 years ago, we had the vision to implement the 1972 vision of taking ownership of our education system and using our own values to teach. So therefore, when we started the journey, we started building, as the national chief said, we used resilience to start the plan and have a vision. And we worked that project over the last 10 years in partnership with the with what is now called ISC, in Indigenous Services Canada, with their infrastructure partnership program. Interesting enough, I started when I was at Infrastructure Canada a couple of thousands of years ago. I started working on that project, and now I can feel the benefit of this project. So what we decided to do is part of the education dollars that each community receives from the Department of Indigenous Services Canada has been pooled into a regional pool where we have developed a vision and are using those dollars to create economies of scale. And instead of being dependent on Bell Canada or any internet services provider, we decided to buy and build our own network, which is connected downstairs through a huge network and servers. We have a mirror server just at our health commission that enables our communities, our school services to be fully independent, away from any kind of monopoly that could exist in some remote communities. We were able to have a 10-year project of building the fiber optics and controlling it. Philip will speak about that a little later. What it has enabled us to do is, since we have managed to purchase some of the equipment, some of the iPads and all that through one single window, we're able to save on the long run from 30 to 40% in our procurement process, which has been very helpful through the pandemic as we rush to fast track some of the infrastructure completion of connecting the last two communities to our network and to buy iPads and all kinds of equipment in the spring. La prochaine. Some of the projects that we've been involved with has been first connectivity. We're maintaining and operating most of the services from here. We have a single teller for our fiber optics. We're managing firewalls. We're ensuring guarantees and subscriptions from here. We've been able to save up to 40%, and so therefore working together as a team has been great. It created a synergy amongst the network, and it has enabled us to work on developing programs for technicians. The pandemic has made us realize that we don't have enough technicians in schools, because we used to have my staff going to the communities. But with the distance and the COVID, especially the red zones pretty much scattered everywhere in the province, we can't send as much of our employees down to the communities to do some servers replacements and all kinds of major infrastructure replacements. And we are going to also use the fact that we've learned with the pandemic that ensuring a safe ventilation systems in all our schools would reduce the possibility of spreading the virus in our schools. So therefore, we are going to put on a fast track development of a technician's technical training in the fall, in order to make sure that we can provide assistance or support to the communities. Each of our community are independent, but we have pooled resources and dollars to make sure that everybody had a fair chance and equitable chance of having great services. And we have sent, or we're on the road right now, some of our staff and experts are visiting each community and looking at their infrastructure and their ventilation system, and looking at the readiness of their system to be plugged to downstairs to our servers, and have signals coming in to our main desk, our help desk operations center, to let us know when we need to advise our member communities that their ventilation systems needs to be upgraded. So therefore, that's really that's the next move we're going to be doing this year. And again, we're working in collaboration with the infrastructure folks at Indigenous Services Canada. What was positive about being able to do that, operations and licensing and special projects, is that when we started the project, we came to an agreement with the staff at Indigenous Services about the goal and our vision, and they embarked in our vision, and now they see the value that is brought. So having a common understanding was enabling for us, because we could look at a 10-year plan without having, or despite the change in the bureaucracy, we didn't fear that there was going to be breaks in our projects because of change in staff and vision, because we had a long-term plan, and the investments, as when we committed to investments, we delivered, and we were sharp on the accountability, so that it was always reassuring to staff in government to know that we were going to deliver, and they saw the value and how good and how strong our system was. Le prochain. So in 27 when we started, we had most of our communities. If you see at the bottom, we used microwave transmission to use internet. Of course, it was slow, and as you remember, our territories are extremely it's huge, and working with microwaves was not efficient. So that's how we decided to use the fiber optics and be proactive and ahead of the curve in building a fiber optics. Many schools in Quebec are struggling with the pandemics because they don't have the network to have long distance teaching. And we were able to do that within 4 weeks. Next. Philippe, c'est toi.
Hi, everybody. Here is just a description of our communities, how it's connect, all the service we gave. As Denis mentioned, we make sure all the public sector on each community are fiber connected, and they have 10 gig, 1 gig connection between building, and we manage everything from firewalls, switches, and give access from school one to school two to the band office to the health center and etc. Yeah, and then you talk about the licensing too. Application, we use Zoom a lot. We deploy phone over IP too. We always try when we give a service to the school, the service is compatible with all the public sector and community. That means when we install a phone over IP system for the school, we make sure the band office can chip in, and the health center too, and all the buildings. In fact, as an example, the last community we did, I think they saved $5,000 each month just for the phone from Bell and Telebec and all that stuff. Like it's pretty nice for them. The same thing we do for the server. See, everybody needs a server. Everybody is working in silo. Like we try to meet everybody in the community and discuss all together and decide to, example, purchase that kind of server and add all the service on it. Like they have part for the school, part for the band office, part for the health center, and everybody at the end of the day are able to work together. The email is not Hotmail anymore or Yahoo or whatever. It's the community name. And the security, of course, is better. And all each building are 100% Wi-Fi too ready. Next. I don't know, Denis, if you want to go with that one.
Yes, I was speaking and I forgot the mute button. I'm going to hurry up because I have 1 minute left. Since we do have the servers downstairs, we built our own database of students and teachers in order to report back to the provincial government for issuance of the report cards. And also we aggregate the reports of performance to the Indigenous Services Canada. So each of our community don't have to worry about reporting to individually to the community, to Indigenous Services Canada for their performance. We can do that here. So therefore, we respect the jurisdiction and the autonomy of each of our member, but at the same time, we're able to work in partnership in terms of accountability with the department. My last point was about the pandemic. When it hit, since we had a very strong network, we were able to convert using the Moodle platform all our activities from class activities to land-based learning. We could be outside, like Sheldon was. They did in Morley. So because we only had to extend a few Wi-Fi systems, we were able, since our network was working 100%, they were able to continue teaching in their own language. But also, since a lot of kids were working or learning at their house, we were able to help parents as well, being part of the pedagogical journey of their children, which for many communities were able to bring the community closer and be working as to help. I wouldn't say help, but to be around the kids to grow in their learning journey. So that was a positive thing because it was just not parents, the teachers and kids, but it brought the communities to I wouldn't say raise the kids, but to help the kids succeed. So for now, I don't think that we have more children or students at risk of failing, because I think we were quick and sharp to do that. 2 points to remember: pool the dollars. Do not hesitate to tell your councils, yes, it may be less money punctually or yearly, but when we bring the whole thing together, it brings the whole success as a team for everybody. And it's to the benefit of the school success for each and every one of the learners. Thank you very much. We'll make the presentation available because I had to put it on speed dial. Thank you very much.